King Charles and Queen Camilla touched down in Australia after gruelling 24-hour journey. The King and Queen have arrived at Sydney Airport, where they received a warm welcome from officials despite the deluge of rain. King Charles and Queen Camilla didn't let the torrential downpours dampen their spirits as they arrived in Australia on Friday evening as they touched down in Sydney for their 6-day royal tour. The 75-year-old monarch clutched an umbrella as he led the way down the airplane's steps in slippy conditions, turning to check his wife was okay, as she followed tentatively behind. Reassured that she was fine, he walked on to greet the Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia Sam Mostyn and her husband, Simeon Beckett. Just an hour before their plane touched down, the heavens opened, deluging the runway. The heavy downpours only just abated in time for Their Majesties' arrival. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. The couple landed at 8:30 p.m. local time, 10:30 a.m. UK, on an Australian government plane, which they boarded in Singapore after they flew there commercially. Camilla's stunning royal blue silk crepe dress by Fiona Clare was still visible through her clear umbrella, and she wore a sentimental brooch, the Australian wattle brooch, a gift from the Australian people to the late Queen Elizabeth. Before departure, Camilla, 77, made a young boy's wish come true today as he had the honor of gifting a posy to the Queen. KY, 12, who had a serious bloody condition, was joined by his sister at the end of the welcoming line. The youngster has severe aplastic anemia, and his wish to meet the King and Queen was granted by the Make-A-Wish Foundation, a charity that helps fulfill the wishes of seriously ill children. A number of key federal and state representatives also formed the official welcome party at Sydney Airport, including Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, and his fiancée Jodie Hayden. Queen Camilla and King Charles then travelled some 17 miles to Admiralty House, where they enjoyed a cup of tea with the Prime Minister and his partner. The lighting up of the iconic Sydney Opera House didn't quite go to plan, however, as the torrential downpours delayed the departure of a Cunard cruise ship docked in the way of the projector. King Charles in tears in first post-summer outing a day before late Queen's anniversary. The late Queen Elizabeth II regularly attended the Braemar gathering. King Charles and Queen Camilla have been enjoying a weekend of sports as they attended the Braemar gathering in the Princess Royal and Duke of Fife Memorial Park on Saturday the 7th of September to watch the Highland Games. The King cut a distinguished figure in a traditional kilt, and a bespoke silver sporran, which functions as a pocket for the kilt. Queen Camilla wore a feather-patterned crepe silk shirt from Cordings, and complemented her outfit with a hat with 2 pheasant feathers on it, perhaps a nod to the hunting and shooting activities often carried out by the royal family in Scotland. The Queen was presented with a small bouquet of white heather, symbolizing protection and good luck. The royal couple shared a smile as they settled in to watch the games. Events include the caber toss, a feat of strength where larch trees, sometimes over 20 feet long, are thrown end over end, tug-of-war, throwing of hammers, pipe bands and Highland dancing. The King presents a victorious athlete with a cup. Princess Anne shares a joke with her brother last year, wearing a vibrant red outfit. The late Queen and Prince Philip, then Prince Charles and Camilla look on with laughter as their Balmoral team competes in the tug-of-war. The late Queen and then Prince Charles were brought to tears when watching the children's sack race at the 2012 Braemar gathering. The late Princess Diana also attended the Highland Games at Braemar in 1981, choosing to wear a tartan dress in honour of the day. On September 10, Buckingham Palace shared more information about the King and Queen's upcoming tour, announcing that the royal couple will be travelling abroad from Friday, October 18 to Saturday, October 26. The visit is significant as it's the monarch's first tour to Commonwealth countries since he became king. It also marks his first major international trip following his cancer diagnosis earlier this year. Their Majesties the King and Queen will undertake an autumn tour from Friday 18th, Saturday 26th of October 2024. This will include a royal visit to Australia, state visit to the independent state of Samoa and attendance at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM, 2024, the palace said in a statement, verifying speculation that the king would attend CHOGM, which kicks off in Samoa on October 21. The summit is held biennially, and Charles is head of the Commonwealth Association of 56 nations. The King's visit to Australia will be His Majesty's first to a realm as monarch, whilst the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa is the first the King will attend as head of the Commonwealth, it continued. In both countries, Their Majesties' engagements will focus on themes designed to celebrate the best of Australia and Samoa, as well as reflecting aspects of the King and Queen's work. The palace gave a rundown of the busy schedule the King and Queen plan to pack into 9 days, from a kick-off with the Australian Prime Minister and visits to the Australian War Memorial and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Memorial to the National Botanic Gardens. The statement alluded that the King and Queen, 77, will make some separate engagements, and said that the sovereign will meet with 2 pioneering medical experts in melanoma treatment. The King, who has this year been receiving treatment for cancer, will meet Professor Georgina Long and Professor Richard Scolyer, both Australians of the Year, and will hear about the work they do to help those affected by melanoma, one of Australia's most common cancers, the palace outlined. Long and Scolyer are both professors at the University of Sydney and co-medical directors of the Melanoma Institute Australia, and won the award together for their work to save lives from skin cancer. After Scolyer was diagnosed with incurable brain cancer in June 2023, Long developed a series of groundbreaking treatments inspired by melanoma breakthroughs. He later became the world's first brain cancer patient to undergo pre-surgery combination immunotherapy, an experimental treatment hoping to advance the understanding of brain cancer, according to the Australian of the Year awards. The King's meeting with the professors will have added meaning as it's understood that he is continuing his own cancer treatment. The palace announced in February that the sovereign was diagnosed with an undisclosed form of cancer following his treatment for a benign enlarged prostate in January. A spokesman clarified he does not have prostate cancer. After a 3-month period of postponing public-facing duties, the King, 75, resumed forward-facing work on April 30 and has been busy ever since. When his return to work was announced in late April, Buckingham Palace described the King's treatment as ongoing and shared a positive sentiment from his doctors. His Majesty's treatment program will continue, but doctors are sufficiently pleased with the progress made so far that the King is now able to resume a number of public-facing duties. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.